he chooses to stab this. And I think the reasoning behind this is, okay, let's pretend that he didn't stab this, right? And then your opponent plays a 1-drop and a cold blood. That would suck.
Yes, exactly.
Really?
South Sea Deckhand or something like that. You know, Leper Gnome.
Leper
Exactly.
Gnome. There we go.
And, you know, Melodies needs to continue to rack up the damage. You know, the key to this deck is to just push it out. And if you draw things like Cold Light Oracle and push it basically dig through your deck to get your finishers, your chargers, your arcane golems, your Leroys, even your South Sea deckhands, and you use your Shadow Step to add that double damage. These kinds of things are really get the engine going on the deck.
Okay, so Schizo clears the board really easily. His life total is still quite high, which is good. So, oh, hey, didn't those minions just die before just now?
Yeah, I think so, but that's why you play 2 of them.
Okay, well, yeah, so it's gonna be a reset here, pretty much. I mean, do you put the Thanos here, or do you put the Squire here?
I see Thanos in this deck more as a loot hoarder than, you know, than more like an Azure Drake spell power type of combined combo player. So, I think putting out the Thanos here is nice. The only thing though is that if he hero powers now, he gets 2 damage over 2 turns versus Thanos gets 1 damage over 1 turn potentially.
And I mean, okay, pretend you're playing a hunter right now, right? You would use hero power here instead of putting in the Thanos, because you're missing 2 damage for no reason, right? So if you look at it that way, like Backspace, I talked to Backspace a lot, and he explained to me like, why wouldn't you, if you use hero power, as a hunter here, you would use a hero power as a rogue here. So that makes perfect sense to me.
That actually is very simple and easy way to understand it.
Yeah. But I mean, if he puts the Iron Squire now, you could cold blood it, right? And then, you know.
Yeah, and that's gonna be annoying. It's really nice that the rogue does have sap if that becomes the case, though.
Oh, but do you really want to? Well, I mean, what are you gonna sap anyways, right? That's true. What are you gonna sap?
Usually.
Oh, that's a big draw.
That is massive. 12 damage existing in his hand. Already kind of doing a lot of damage. He has another way to pick up a card. That could be one of the key ways to just end this game in the next few turns.
Alright, so yep, there we go. There's the sap. I mean, that's a good way to deal with it, I guess.
Yeah, it's so annoying though, because Schizo constantly has to, you know, he's not able to drop all these SI7 agents. He hasn't been able to pick up those linkers, the backstabs, to start the combos. Oh, deadly poison!
Oh no! Oh no! That is so much damage.
Yeah, I think you just go with the SI7 to the face. Use this deadly poison directly onto the Assassin's Blade to maximize damage value, and then over the course of 3 turns, you have lethal, assuming he clears your board.
Just goes to show the power of Assassin's Blade, in like even a mirror matchup, really. I mean, if it's Miracle versus Miracle, and you equip the Assassin's Blade on an empty board, that's 12 free damage for 5 mana.
Exactly.
So here, what can you do here?
Ideally, he'd like to clear the board in some fashion, but again, he has the options to clear the board, especially without something like prep, becomes really difficult because you have to choose between having a minion or having a clear board. And this is going to be a really difficult decision to weigh, because at this stage, having like these SI7s not counter pressuring, like as much as you can clear board, they're going to have chargers. So you need some way to kind of answer back and put pressure on your opponent. And this is what the Miracle deck struggles with. As much as you have Gadget Stand and cool cards like Conceal, can you live that long?
Yeah, that's why we see like things with like Senjin being brought onto like the Miracle combination of cards. It's just to deal with this kind of thing, this kind of situation where the aggro rogue doesn't really care what you put down. They're just gonna go for face and let you remove the minions for them.
Yeah, precisely. You know, he might have to do some shenanigans like shadow stepping his own SI7 agent, but he needs to act quickly because he's running out of time.
Oh, he's running out of time again. Oh, is he gonna make it this time? Wait. Oh, what?
All right.
Oh.
Well.
Okay.
He goes with a really passive play. I think if he was going to do that, he might as well just use Fan of Knives and Eviscerate. It's this like kind of same concept to draw a card.
And I would have liked the SI Shadow Step SI instead. You put a body on the board. But oh man, look at the 5/4. Look at the 5/4 weapon.
That's already lethal next turn because he has Blade Flurry, so that's 10 from the hand, assuming that even he clears this Argent Squire.
And I think that's it. I mean, what can you draw here? You can't even draw Farseer and use it with the Auctioneer. That's not possible.
No, you need a Fan of Knives immediately and see what you can get. He realizes he's in critical zone, especially with the Assassin's Blade. He needs to get this Farseer and then heal himself and then Shadow Step it and then hope he doesn't die the following turn.
Oh, no, that's rough. That's rough.
That is the only way he can live here.
It would appear so, yes.
Yeah, and the preparation doesn't do anything.
Preparation does not do it.
Well, it's been a big learning experience for Skizzo. He needed to kind of think faster and get through his turns quicker, but he falls a little short in being able to stabilize the board every turn, and as a result, just kept bleeding damage, and that is the game.
And haha, to just, put the cherry on top of the cake. Well, yeah.
So there you go.
That was really convincing. Win from Melody here, and he takes the series, wins $1,600, and yeah, I mean, China.